I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A lot of parents, both moms and dads, are burnt out. You're tired of being responsible for other human beings who can't do anything for themselves yet. They just take and take and take, and they don't know how to show gratitude. It's hard when you look at your kids and see their mess and realize that they're not grateful. They're not thanking you for all the things you do. When my daughter was 14, I started noticing that she had this ungrateful attitude. She would get mad if I woke her up before noon because we were going to church or dinner with friends, even though she'd stayed up past midnight texting or watching YouTube videos. The thing that really upset me was that she would get mad at me and then say, "I hate you." And I would think, how could you hate me? I've done everything for you. But the more I gave in to her tantrums, the worse it got. Pretty soon she was staying up till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, sleeping until noon and doing the bare minimum when it came to helping around the house. And then one night my husband and I were sitting down and she was being disrespectful. So I told her, "You know what, I'm done. You need to go clean your room." And I didn't want to hear any excuses. So I said, "If I hear one complaint, you will be grounded for 2 weeks. Well, she did not like that. She threw herself on the floor and cried and complained the whole time she cleaned her room. When she finished, I asked her, "How does it feel to have all this stuff and not be able to keep up with it?" She said, "It feels stupid." And I said, "Well, guess what? Life is going to be a lot harder when you move out and you're responsible for your own apartment. You need to learn how to take care of yourself because no one is coming behind you to clean up after you anymore." And I realized at that moment that she wasn't even thinking about her future. She was only focused on the present. So we had a long talk about life, adulthood, responsibility, and consequences. And then the next day came around and she went to school and everything seemed fine. Then when she came home, she said, "Mom, I wanted to apologize for yesterday." And I said, "Oh, I thought you had already apologized." And she said, "No, I'm sorry that I don't thank you enough for everything you do. I know you love me and I know you want the best for me and I appreciate that. I'm sorry for not saying thank you." And then I forgave her and we had a nice afternoon together. Now I'm not saying that it's always easy to get along with our kids, but we do try to have good relationships with them. Now as she gets older, she has learned that there are consequences to her actions, and I'm so much happier now that we have a better relationship. Sometimes we get so caught up in taking care of everyone else that we forget to take care of ourselves. And sometimes that means that we put our kids' needs before our own happiness. We exhaust ourselves trying to make sure everyone else is happy, but we neglect our own needs. And I know that can happen to anyone, especially when you're going through a divorce or experiencing financial stress. We worry about what people think and we go out of our way to please them instead of focusing on our own goals and dreams. We feel guilty asking for help or taking time for ourselves, so we just keep pushing through. But here's the truth. If we don't take care of ourselves first, we can't take care of anyone else. When we're burned out, we're not present or patient. And when we're not present or patient, we push our kids away. And that's not what any of us want. We want our kids to feel loved and supported, not resentful and angry. Imagine this, you come home from work feeling exhausted. You just want to relax and recharge, but there's still so much to do around the house. The laundry needs to be folded, the dishes need to be washed, and the bathroom needs to be cleaned. And then there's your kids, they're hungry and they need your attention. And if you say no, they cry and scream and make a big scene. And let's be real, we've all been there before. Sometimes it can feel like there aren't enough hours in the day to get everything done. It's hard to balance work, family, and self-care. And it's even harder when we're exhausted all the time. It's easy to feel like we're drowning, but we can't give up. Our kids need us. And I know it can be tough to find the motivation to keep going when we are feeling burnt out. But we have to try. Our kids are watching us and learning from us. They need to see that we're strong and capable, even when things are hard. We can't give in to the temptation to escape. We can't run away from our problems or hide from them. We have to face them head on and solve them. That's what our kids need us to do. It's what they're counting on us to do. We all know that it's important to take care of ourselves, but sometimes it can be hard to put our own needs first. We might feel guilty or selfish, but we have to remember that we can't take care of others if we don't take care of ourselves first. It's not selfish to take time for ourselves. It's necessary. When we're feeling burnt out, we need to take a step back and reevaluate our priorities. What's really important to us? What do we need to let go of? We need to be honest with ourselves and with those around us. It's okay to ask for help. We don't have to do everything ourselves. There are people who care about us and want to help us. We just need to let them. We also need to find ways to recharge that don't involve spending money. Taking a long bath, reading a book, or going for a walk can all help us relax and de-stress without breaking the bank. We have to make time for self-care, even if it's just a few minutes each day. It's important to do things that we enjoy and that make us happy. It is easy to get caught up in the day-to-day demands of life and lose sight of what's important. We can't remember that we're more than just our responsibilities. We're also human beings with needs and wants. We deserve to be happy and fulfilled, too. The truth is, we're all struggling to find balance in our lives. Some days it feels like we are making progress, and other days it feels like we are taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But we can't give up. We have to keep trying to find the balance between taking care of our kids and taking care of ourselves. It's not easy, but it's worth it. We're all in this together. We're all working hard to be the best parents we can be. And that means taking care of ourselves, too. So let's support each other and lift each other up. Let's be patient with ourselves and with our kids. And let's never lose sight of what's really important. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to follow for more content like this. And if you have any tips or tricks of your own, please share them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy parenting.